You know, 7 years ago, if you would have told me that I'd stick with a show for 9 seasons and then they drop a trailer that almost makes me cry, I would have said, you fucking what, mate? Eggs on toast? But yeah, no. The last trailer was like, oh, look at this whimsical shit. We've got new faces, old friends. Sombra's back somehow. Omegalo, Rafflecopter. But this one, Celestia Luna are like, yeah, we're retiring. And then the narrator's like, she doesn't say this, but she basically says, yeah, no, shit's ending, guys. Prepare your assholes. And dude, my asshole nor my feels are prepared. I am so ill prepared. I'm not ready for this to end. I thought this was gonna go like I thought somehow, some way the show was gonna go on forever, but it's not. And I don't know how. I think I dealt with the issue of my own mortality better than I did with this.
Yeah. You know, I'll say this. I feel like the little 30-second trailer that we had, like about, what was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. That was more of a sort of like a, let's say, more of a whimsical sort of like, hey, the show's back and all that. And kind of bringing intrigue. This one, it's really hitting home that the show's ending. And as you can tell, I'm struggling to keep myself from bawling my eyes out right now. Because you have no fucking idea how much this shit means to me. Like, Snakeskin, I'm sure you have the same, like, feelings on this, but dude, holy shit.
I don't even know where to begin. I literally don't. I mean, we could say over and over how much the show means to us, but in the long run, we're just being redundant. I mean, I have no idea anything about this season going in, but the stakes feel high.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm high in a way. You know, a bunch of old bronies are like, I saw a bunch of, you know, I didn't watch, but I saw a bunch of YouTubers where everyone's like, dude, MLP's ending, or like, this hit me right in the feels, or like, you know, it's the end of an era. I'm even starting to see people say my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like, what, where do we go from here? Where does Gen 5 even go? What do they do? Are they going to do what they did with the last generations? They're going to have Applejack and Rainbow Dash, but they're going to be completely different characters? Like how Gen 3, Rainbow Dash was the fashionista? Or like, are they going to introduce entirely new characters? Or are they going to rekindle a bunch of old ones? Or is Gen 5, they're going to keep some ponies, but add new ones? I have no clue. I have no goddamn clue. And it bugs me. I haven't been this bugged by not knowing shit since I beat Kingdom Hearts 3.
And you know what? Going off of what you were just saying, it's really going to be interesting seeing Gen 5 from the fandom's perspective. Because these characters, it's not just a show that's gone on for a little bit and then it's done. This is a show that's been going on for almost 10 fucking years. That's a huge accomplishment for an animated show, number one, that's not from a major network. The only reason you have Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, Family Guy, Simpsons, all them, that they've been able to go on basically indefinitely was the fact that they have these major fucking studios backing them. Nickelodeon for Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob. Fox for Family Guy and Simpsons.
Yeah, Fox can say they hate Family Guy all they want, but the fact of the matter is they need Family Guy.
And it's even at the point where even, God, why can't I think of the dude's name that made Family Guy?
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. Even he said that he wants the fucking Family Guy show to end.
He said he
and it
wanted
refuses
it
to die.
He said he wanted to end a few years ago, but he was going through stuff at the time, and Fox had pissed him off, and whatever. Anyway, yeah, you've got all that. You've got Butch Hartman, and you have all these shows. I have to give Cartoon Network some credit. Adventure Time went on for 10 years, but, you know, for the most part, Cartoon Network has always, they've had their down periods, I know. Everyone loves to talk shit on the Camp Lazlo, my gym partner is a monkey era
But
of
that
cartoon.
shit was fucking awesome. I loved Camp Lazlo.
No, that's my point. Is that Cartoon Network is one of the few, and Disney too. But Disney, half of Disney's profitability is from nostalgia and reruns. Cartoon Network has always been really good about making sure that they have the next best thing lined up. I mean, yeah, they've canceled a lot of shows that could have been cool, like the 2011 Thundercats reboot. They canceled all their DC stuff, but there's the DC girls on there now, which is kind of cool, I guess.
Oh, is it the superhero high thing?
Yeah, which seems to be in a different continuity than the web series, but whatever. My point is that they've always been really good about thinking ahead and making sure that the next flagship of the show of the channel is always next. They're always, making sure they have new cartoons, even with Steven Universe. And before they ended Adventure Time being in people's minds, they had We Bare Bears. Gumball was still killing it. When regular show ended, they had other shows ready to take its place. They're really good about planning. Nickelodeon needs SpongeBob. And
the only reason they're still alive, honestly.
Well, yeah, it's not their live action garbage. But Friendship is Magic, and I think this is the point you were making. Friendship is Magic has continued as long as it did because it was good. Now you're gonna see people that are like, "Oh, it should have ended after season 2. Oh, it should have ended after season 3." Bah, 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 bah. No, look, I know you've got somewhere to be, but give me like 2 minutes to rant this, because I've been holding this in for a while.
Okay.
Every person in this fandom has their own opinion, and that's fine. There's one opinion that just pisses me off. It's the whole, before Starlight showed up, it's the whole, oh, it's boring. Oh, it's repeating. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's SpongeBob. No. I've watched every single gosh darn Kung Fu Panda Puffin episode of the show. Are there bad episodes? Yes. But I hate the mentality that, every episode from season 1 or 2, except for like 1 or 2, was good. But in these new seasons, if there's one bad episode, every time there's an episode that underperforms in some way, you have someone that's like, well, this just confirms what I thought, that the show is. No. The show has remained mostly consistent. It has had character progression. It has evolved. And it's done what a lot of other shows do not do. It made changes to the status quo. And it progressed the story and characters. It changed things, kept things different. And these assholes are always like, oh, why'd they do this? Why'd they get rid of that? They should have kept things the same. No! If they kept the letters, kept Twilight's treehouse, and to be honest, never made her an alicorn, everyone would have been complaining that they don't change anything. People are going to complain no matter what, and I realize that fuck the internet, okay? That's just the human race. I understand this. But I'm a nerdy man with a high-pitched voice, so I have the right to yell about this stuff. And when I see people that are like, oh yeah, I checked out of season 4 or 5 because it was getting stale, I don't understand it. I see no reason how they could arrive to this conclusion because they're always adding new characters. There's episodes where the main 6 don't even show up, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
And they're aware and smart. People are saying Fluttershy is oversaturated. They pull back on Fluttershy. People have issues with character development, with character choices for Twilight and Rainbow Dash, and as far back as Rarity, they address them. They fix them. They make it better. People have issues with Spike. They try to fix it. Applejack, they try to make it better. They're like, oh, Celestia is lame and useless. They give her moments where she shines. Everyone's like Luna's best princess. And they keep having moments that showcase why she's the best. The only fucking thing that they consistently drop the ball on is Discord. I have no idea how they have not nailed Discord by now. Anyway, rant
a couple
over.
things.
That's all I've got to say.
A couple things that I want to say going off of what you just said. First of all, considering the fact that we had an episode like Fame and Misfortune that in all reality to a lot of people should have been a wake-up call of an episode because yes, A.M.A. Larson didn't like to write the episode. He wanted to make it less mean. I get that. But at the same time, we do have individuals in this fandom who are like that and who should have seen that episode as a wake-up call. But no, they just kept doing the shit that the ponies did in that episode. The ponies itself got the wake-up call from the song We're Not Flawless, and then they went right back to it. And that's the exact same thing that's been going on. However, the second thing I'm going to say, it's going to be interesting going into Gen 5. Just saying. Because really think about it. You're going to have those contrarians coming into Gen 5 going, that's not the Rainbow Dash, yo. That's not the Fluttershy, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're going to
exactly.
see the differences, and they're going to be like, the fuck is this? With no real reason to be saying that. You know what I mean?
And I'm not going to lie. Am I going to watch Gen 5? Yeah. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'll give it the whole first season.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were able to turn something that was created in an era with enforced gender roles, and they made it for everybody. They made Friendship is Mad. They made My Little Pony for fucking everybody. And I owe it to them. I feel I owe it to them to give their new shit another shot. And on top of that, I feel like I almost feel like they're gonna do something so different that it catches everyone so off guard that they'll end up, half of them will like it ironically, and the other half of them will like it because of the fact that people will like stuff that's different just because it's different. Last Jedi, and
I was about to say that it's gonna be another thing of Last Jedi. It's gonna be so out there. People are gonna be like, half of them are gonna be like, "Oh hell no, I'm staying away from that shit." And then there's gonna be another half that's like, "Wow, this is really interesting, and I want to see more."
And by the way, I don't care how many people say that they're done with Star Wars. No, we are not done with Star Wars until we see Episode 9. After Episode 9 is done, then yeah, the people that could say they want to fuck off from Star Wars, they can fuck off from Star Wars. I might fuck off from Star Wars. But at least I'm going to see this new trilogy through. Anyone that says they're not going to see Episode 9 is a lie. 90% of them are lying to you. You personally. They're coming to your house, talking to your wife, and they're telling you lies.
Mm-hmm. Especially that one dude from Geeks and Gamers. Like, he finally got off the bandwagon of Star Wars hate.
Now, look. I don't mean to be so ranty, but my dander is up. And fan bases have a way to piss me off, unlike anything else. And I like to think, for every rant, somebody agrees with you. And even if only like 20 people watch this and 2 of them are like, you know what? These guys have a point. Fuck those people. I'll consider that a victory.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this trailer.
Yeah, let's get to the actual trailer because, I mean, we could talk about all we
There's
want
not-
about, we could talk all we want on what we don't like in the fandom and what's going on with Gen 4. But in all reality, let's move back to the show.
Yeah.
Celestia and Luna are retiring.
Stop right there. What? How do you retire? How do you cease being a celestial being? How do you stop raising the sun and raising the moon? How do you quit being a princess? How do you retire from being a ruler? There's no terms. There's no electoral college. You don't. You either die. You die. That's how you retire. When
Now,
you're in Celestia and Luna's places, you get banished or you die.
Okay. Let me kind of explain my idea of what they're doing with this. First of all, it could be that we may finally get a complete explanation of alicorns. Because
nice.
It could be something along the lines of they've been here for, let's say, 1,000 years. And it's only been a couple years here. And they're finally getting to their higher
existence.
Higher existence, where they're finally getting older. Because it could have been, because I've always seen the alicorns as like tiers of like godhood, basically, where they're like Celestia and Luna are the highest deities. Cadence and
they're about to merge with Lilith and commence instrumentality.
Cadence and Twilight were always kind of lesser alicorns, but they were still important.
Yeah.
And then Floriana, I still don't know what the fuck they're doing with her.
I may be incorrect, but did a showrunner not state that Cadence became an alicorn like Twilight?
It was in Twilight Sparkle and the Crystal Heart spell that she was a Pegasus that helped this village from an evil named, I think, Prismia. And Celestia found her and had her ascend into the Princess of Love.
If you go into that logic, technically that's way more impressive than Twilight. Twilight was a prodigy and was Celestia's personal student for years, and she was a unicorn, which means she naturally had more powerful magic than the Pegasus. What I'm trying to say is, technically, shouldn't Cadence be stronger than Twilight?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But the other thing I wanted to mention, I think the other reason that they are having Celestia and Luna retire is because Lauren Faust, when she was still showrunner, said, I want Twilight to eventually become Celestia's successor. And I think that's what they're trying to do.
Well, I mean, just going by the end of season 3, we assumed that was the natural conclusion to her story arc, but it's taken them 6 years to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give it a year or so. Give it till the end of this year even. You're going to see so many analysis videos pop up about giving Friendship is Magic so much, probably more credit than they deserve, but giving Friendship is Magic all the credit in the world for, they'll say it something along the lines of a Western show with so much foreshadowing and developing of plot points way ahead of its time, and everything's this nice laid out thing and all that. So many people are going to comment on this show's story and talk about how grand and laid out it was. And look, I don't want to say that this show is like Chris Carter from X-Files, but some of the stuff in this show seems like they were calling an audible.
Yeah, honestly, there was a lot of times where I felt like they were just pulling it out of their ass. Like, it wasn't some sort of grand plan. It's working in that way, which I'm happy about. But a lot of this, they were just making it up as they went.
Yeah, and like you said, it's worked, but I hope from season 9 we get one last flim flam episodes, mainly because they've reformed every other Rice-A-Roni Jabroni. They might as well reform them too. They've had like 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about the other elephant in the room with this. The fact that they're showing more of the Sombra takeover.
I mean, they're just showing us out of context clips. I mean, who knows? I don't think they're gonna Square Enix it and show us like half of the entire episode before it comes out.
I don't think that at all either. They're really good at hiding shit.
It looks like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like Sombra just shows up and he walks forward, dick in hand, and then next thing you know, he has Equestria.
I wouldn't put it past
him. He just shows up, and he's just like, "What's up, my racial slurs?" And then he just tactical nukes their asses.
A couple other things that I want to mention here is the fact that you see a couple different variations of the Royal Guard now. You have like one of the Night Guard and then a couple of the Day Guard, and now they have it where there's like teenager ponies in the same garb. So I'm wondering if they're doing a draft.
Pause. Child soldiers! Continue.
It would be interesting if they were doing some sort of draft and an all-out war was breaking loose.
Oh my god, I would get so hard if they did that. The balls on them to put that in there, that'd be great.
Gets my dick rock fucking hard. I'm sorry, I love Ego Raptor's thing of like, makes my dick rock hard.
Rocking around the Christmas dick. Okay, so keep going.
Okay, one other thing I love in this trailer is the fact that Twilight's just like, I'm not ready to run my own kingdom. They tried that in season 4. It didn't work out well. I don't know if I can do this. And Pinky's just like, classic Twilighting. And she's like, I'm a verb now?
I want to say that's actually a thing I've seen people throw around, though, in the forums.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was happening.
Well, I mean, it's a lot better than the one I came up with. I wanted to go to people like, hey, be like, yo, what's up, my pinky? Doesn't really work.
Yeah, but the thing that was getting us to have feels was
the music.
Yes. They were doing a slow piano rendition of the main theme.
My first thought was, fuck you. My second thought was, fuck you. But crying.
Yeah.
Metaphorically. It did not break me. The finale, I am expecting total waterworks.
Mm-hmm.
But the trailer did not.
I'll tell you this. One of the con chairs out here who does Winnie City Pony Con and Cider Fest, he posts on Facebook because he saw the trailer when he was at work, and he literally said, I'm literally trying not to bawl my eyes out, like not to break down sobbing in the middle of a work day because of this. That's how effective this was.
And they did it on purpose too, the bastards. You can totally tell they're just sitting there on their freaking on their chairs with their crowns, just doing this with the money. And they're just like, servant, bring us another bottle of tears.
Yeah. It's like that one meme where it's the dude looking up with like his mouth fully open, and it's like, your tears are delicious.
Oh God.
But yeah, holy shit.
I told you, I'm not ready. I am not ready. In fact, I may not even watch the last episode. I'll just be like, for some weird reason, they didn't air the last episode, but that's fine because then it never ended. I watch in the last episode, they're gonna do a fucking time skip.
Yeah. Like maybe where they're all old or something like that.
They're all Granny Smith age or whatever. And and I'm telling you though, dude, I'm thinking they may go all the way and make a pony gay. That isn't Lyra and Bonbon. I'm still calling that. This is 2019, the year of our Lord, where apparently a lot of stuff is making people gay. But in this case, it would actually make sense.
Just talking about Jones, he thinks it's the chemicals in the water.
By the way, really quick, well, this isn't related to ponies, but I got a bone to pick with Marvel Studios. I saw a picture from the Captain Marvel movie, and Brie Larson was wearing a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt. That is 2 Disney movies with 9 Inch Nails.
The other one being the fucking Country Bears.
And the Country Bears. Who at Disney is like, okay, we're going to have 9 Inch Nails and sponsored stuff here, but only in something really obscure and only in something really political. I mean, it lines up with Reznor's politics, but...
Trent Reznor did the soundtrack.
Yeah, he did the soundtrack for Bird Box.
Yeah. So...
I want a Trent Reznor pony. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
We have less than a month to go.
Trent Poser.
Season 9, when Season 9 hits. And I agree with you. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Game over, man. Oh, shit. It actually is game over, though.
You die in the game, you die for real.
Are
no,
you
feel in the game, you feel for real.
Oh, man. Well, I guess there's not really much more to say.
Yeah. We will be seeing you guys for Season 9. The schedule may be a bit wonky because I'm just starting a new job, which has, like, one of those, like, 3-week rotating schedules. So there will be some days where I'm off, some days where I'm not. It'll be fun to deal with. But
it might be a bit of a wonky donkey schedule.
Bit of a wonky donkey. But
fuck that video. I got like 70 copies of the wonky donkey one week, and we sold all of them.
Damn.
Anyway,
so
we'll see you guys later, I guess.
Yeah, we may have another retro episode coming out, but other than that, we're actually going to be going for Season 9. So you may see us before then, you may not. We'll see what happens. So that's it from me, John.
And from me, Snakeskin.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.
Adios.